हेलो एंड वेलकम टू cricket.com। और आज मेरे साथ है बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग जो है गेस्ट है। लेट अस वेलकम देम टू cricket.com। हेलो गाइस, यू आर live at cricket.com. Not live, we'll be going live soon and we'll be chunking out some important questions for you guys. But the most important question which is trending on social media and every Indian cricketer, every Indian cricket fan is asking, what is the future of Hardik Pandya? Let's start with you, bro.
Okay, it's difficult because already just getting your 11 is always going to be difficult. So I'll preface my comments over there. That being said, it's not that it's bleak, but I would say probably his future is going to depend on his bowling more than anything else. He does have leadership qualities. He is perhaps in a bit up and down depending, but I think the bowling is probably going to be the deal breaker between him and a lot of other players. Like we talked about the fact that India runs so deep in terms of from the selection pool. So the spotlight is on him. The IPL is ongoing and it shines really, really bright. So I would say if he picks up his form, if he picks up particularly with the ball, then maybe we'll probably see him at the World Cup. If not, then I think the competition is just a little too tight.
Yeah, so we are discussing about Hardik Pandya's role for the T20 World Cup in Indian squad. He said that the future of Hardik Pandya depends on how he performs with the ball. Right now, Hardik Pandya is under pressure, you think?
I think so. It's safe to say. And pressure comes in all kinds of ways. You could say that there's a league position in terms of your team, and of which it's so. But at the same time, you've got the World Cup looming over your head at the same time as well. So you've got that pressure of not only am I having to perform for my team, I'm also playing for my place. It's not, as we have said, it's an open discussion. It's not guaranteed that he's going to be an automatic selection. So that's where the pressure comes in. How he deals with that pressure, I think only time will tell. We've got perhaps maybe about what? I'm sure most selectors probably won't wait until the end of the IPL. Maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, they're starting to whittle it down. So there's lots of pressure on him on that standpoint, compiled pressure. So that's where the pressure comes in as far as I'm concerned.
So there is a pressure on Hardik Pandya, but we'll take this discussion forward. Let's go to the beautiful lady who is joining us today.
Thank you very much.
We want to know about the future of the Hardik Pandya. He fits into T20 World Cup squad of the Indian cricket team, captaining by Rohit Sharma. Will he be playing under Rohit Sharma?
Well, I differ from him that his bowling will determine if he makes it. Because in my head, he's a batting all-rounder than a bowling all-rounder. Because, I mean, if he can pick up form in terms of his bat, maybe he might have or stand a better chance to be in the team. Because if you're to look at the bowlers that he's contending against, you have Bumrah, you have Jadeja. Between those two, are you going to replace with Hardik Pandya? Of course, he will give you the runs in case you need runs, but right now his batting form is not really in good place. So we can't substitute one and say because you're an all-rounder we can include you, because he's not delivering both with the bat and the ball. But maybe if his batting improves, just maybe, because I feel like in my starting 11. I don't see where he can fit. I don't see who to substitute to put him instead. Maybe if he was giving us runs, maybe if he was scoring centuries, I'd say, you know what, we can risk one bowler, But right now his form is just not good. So nah.
So right now his form is not good.
She's a bit harsh. I'll at least just retort with this. We have. I think it's a key point that we keep mentioning over and over again, that they've got great players in every department, both with the ball and with the bat. So where I'm coming from, at least in his defense, for the chance for him to get into the squad, that's why I said with the ball. Batting, yes, we know his form isn't that great, but I think it will pick up if over the next couple of games. That's going to be key. But over and above that, if he performs well with the ball, then the selectors really won't have much of a bad thing.
Just quickly, answer me this.
So this discussion is going very interesting. Yeah, please go ahead.
Answer me this.
Yes.
From the Indian lineup, maybe let me just give you three. Of course, Siraj is not in the best form, but maybe he's part of the pick. Mohammad Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah, Jadeja. Who do you replace to put Hardik Pandya?
It depends on how he performs. I'll put it like that.
Fine, he performs very well.
If he performs
let's say he performs very well by the end of the IPL. Who do you replace?
Sing. Without with if he performs well. Now I want to let the listeners know. I am not saying right now because people take clips and they'll say this guy from Zimbabwe is
Yes.
talking nonsense. I'm saying that his leadership qualities, his prowess at the bat, and if he improves specifically with the ball, then I think he will make he will have a chance. He will have a place in the World Cup. Those three things have to come together. And as we said, the pressure, like I said, under normal circumstances, maybe if the World Cup wasn't looming over his head, maybe it might have been a different Hardik Pandya, maybe. But with that albatross hanging over him, I think that's why. So that's why I said, let's give it some time. If he does perform, then I think he goes. If he doesn't, then I guess that's it.
Again, I come back and say the World Cup is in a couple of months. He's a senior player. We expect him to handle pressure differently than any other player. We can't have Shubman Gill as a good captain and Hardik Pandya as a terrible captain.
Yes.
Shubman Gill is new to this thing. He's a kid and who's still making his way in. But he's informed mentally with the bat, with the captaincy.
Correct.
So now, if you're to say we are going to give him time, there is no time. The IPL playoffs are in a couple of weeks. There is no time, and the World Cup is a month long. So how long are you going to try and give someone who is a senior player time to gel in and be informed?
And I'm sure we can rewind the tape if you saw. I said, I'm not saying right now. I'm saying just in a few games, we'll see, and it will come. Because based on what you're saying as well, senior players and pressure and all kinds of things, did we not just see a great player in Maxwell just drop out the other day, saying that, oh no, I think I'm in bad form and whatever? Are we 100% sure he's not going to make it into the into the T20 World Cup? I can't say that right now. I think if we just give him let's do this between you and I. We do this every day. In the next 2 games, right? In the next 2 games, let's revisit this. If he's playing well, then I still stand by what I said. If he doesn't play well, then yes, I think it's hard to say. But there is enough time, I feel, for him to get into the squad. Sorry, we took a long time.
No, this is very interesting discussion. See, every Indian cricketer lover wants to know what is the future of Hardik Pandya. They are fighting, like there are Hardik Pandya fans on social media. There are fans who are supporting Rohit Sharma also, and they are fighting over social media कि Hardik Pandya should play or should not play. So this is what happening inside the newsroom today. Both are discussing Hardik Pandya's future. But my question still is this: कि Hardik Pandya facing the captaincy pressure once he replaced Rohit Sharma, right or wrong decision for him?
I would say at this particular point it probably may have been wrong. What I always say for people, and I think I think one of the points you did point out there, if you're a senior player, you have to know how to deal with pressure and you have to be able to lead on that front. We have seen great players, yes, who stepped down from captaincy. I'm not going to keep mentioning Virat, but that's always the example that comes to mind. So pressure affects people in different ways.
But Rohit didn't step out from the captaincy.
Well, he didn't. I know, I understand. But what I mean,
management took the decision and announced that Hardik Pandya is the captain of Mumbai Indians. So this is the pressure on his head. He led Gujarat Titans. I know fantastically he led Gujarat Titans. He was the amazing captain when he was leading the Gujarat Titans, and he took the team to the front. There some aggressions on the field, some bold decision he took on the field, and everyone appreciated Hardik Pandya as a captain.
Yes.
Right now, he's leading the Mumbai Indian squad, and he's under the pressure.
And I think that's just to close off over there, like just to finish that point. Not to say that anyone stepped down or anything like that, but I think that different circumstances, different team. You come from where you came from Gujarat. You had a fantastic record. Now expectations are now magnified. They're a little higher. The spotlight shines brightly on you. They say continue this, and if you're not performing, then unfortunately there comes a bit of an issue. It's like with anything. When a great player, when a great captain from another team comes into a spot and you've got an existing one, that's the dilemma you have. That's why, to me personally, having made the decision, I would have said I wouldn't have done it. I would have actually let things as they were. Having done that, he had to have put his hand up and handle the pressure, but he hasn't really at this stage. That's my observation. I don't know if you want to add to that.
Oh well, I'll still stand to the fact that if you have to put both Hardik and Rohit and say which one is a better captain, I said this earlier. I feel like Rohit is a good captain, but he's little bit of old school. He knows how to do things the straight way, the old school way. And then if you're trying to introduce fresh new blood into the squad, then Hardik is your guy. But then right now the problem is with his form, individual form. Before he's a captain, he has to be performing. And also the fact that he's handling pressure in Mumbai Indians is a bit shaky. What about the World Cup? This is the World Cup, for crying out loud. So if you can't handle pressure in Mumbai Indians and the Indian Premier League, where it's just India, what about the other, when you introduce the whole entire world into the stage? So his ability to handle pressure is very questionable. And in my thinking, he's lacking in that regard. But if he was maybe in form, I would say maybe he was the good substitute in terms of incorporating both old school and new school into one lethal force in India. That's my thinking.
And I think just to round that off, as you can see, I'm a bit heavy nowadays. But when I used to play cricket, there was something that my coach always used to tell me, Mr. Ndlovu. Hi, Mr. Ndlovu. I don't know if you're watching, but what he always used to say, because we had a bit of an issue over, because everybody wants to be the captain, everybody wants to be that guy. He always used to say, no. You even if you're not the captain, it doesn't mean that you're not a great leader. So he will look at certain people and say, no. Maybe you're not captain, but you should be also pulling your weight, getting everybody in line in that regard. So I think in that respect, I'll just go back to what I said. I probably wouldn't have made him the captain. I would have just given him a responsibility that, look, you've got the qualities, push everybody along. And I think there's a world where Rohit Sharma and himself can actually coexist. I think it's not that difficult. It's just a question of, can you just get that balance right in terms of who does what, including the captain. That's where I'll stand. I think that's it.
So the discussion is about Hardik Pandya, where he fits into T20 World Cup squad. Everybody, wants to know what is going to be the playing 11 squad for Team India, because we want to live the World Cup. We already lost 50 over World Cup, and this is the chance for Rohit Sharma, for Virat Kohli. I think this is the last chance for them to lift the trophy, T20 World Cup. After that, I don't think there are any chances of playing into. They must announce the retirement, or they must will step down very soon after the T20. So this is the big tournament coming up. One last question from both of you guys: if not Hardik Pandya in the playing 11, who is going to fit that place? Shivam Dubey?
I think maybe you can start with this one.
If you look at it, you have Dubey. I don't know how.
Shivam.
Yeah. He's in form.
He's in amazing form. Yes.
He's in amazing form, and also the fact that he's been performing countless times and he hasn't had that chance.
Yes.
And now he finally he is putting himself out there, saying, "Guys, I'm over here. Can you please finally select me or give me a chance at least?" And then once a player puts themselves out there and they realize their efforts are not being seen, they then go for someone who's not informed because of their leadership qualities, then it demoralizes the player. It pushes the player not to want to perform, not only for themselves, but also to say, what's the point? So I feel like he has a better chance to be in the team, and he deserves, rather, let me just say, he deserves to be in the team. Not that Hardik doesn't, but in terms of form right now, if I'm to put one-on-one, I think Dubey. He has a better chance.
Okay, let's ignore the form. Let's ignore the form of Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya is important for Team India. If we ignore the form, if we ignore the current scenario, what is happening, Hardik Pandya is important for Team India.
He is. He does certainly have those qualities to bring a squad together. But again, this is competitive. Form does matter, and I think the problem that you'll have, and I know you can imagine, like, let's just say you're a selector. Let's say you pick him, and let's you say you leave Dubey at home, and if he goes to the World Cup and he doesn't perform. Now, I've said he needs to perform, and if he can just perform, I think he gets to go, especially with the ball. But let's just say you take him and he doesn't perform. Now it's your head as the selector on the block. So that's where the tricky part now comes in. Is he important? Yes. Is he playing well? Not really. Are there those who've put their hand up right now? Yes, they are. Is time still there for him to get back into there? It's there, but it's closing. It's getting smaller every match day. And as she pointed out, and that's why I said in the next 2 match days, let's check in with Mumbai and see how they're doing. I think we might have a better picture. But he's important, but he has to play. He has to play good. That's it.
सो आज जो डिस्कशन हुआ वो था हार्दिक पांड्या के ऊपर, खेलना चाहिए नहीं खेलना चाहिए, क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है उनकी T20 वर्ल्ड कप में, क्योंकि हम लोगों के लिए T20 वर्ल्ड कप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड वी डिस्कस्ड कि वेयर हार्दिक पांड्या फिट्स इनटू प्लेइंग 11, एंड बोथ हैव डिफरेंट ओपिनियंस, एंड फैंस भी उनके एग्री करेंगे कि वो खेलना चाहिए, मौका देना चाहिए. फॉर्म में नहीं है बट एटलीस्ट वी शुड वेट. अभी आईपीएल का दौर जारी है, मुंबई अभी फॉर्म में है, जीत रही है, ऊपर चढ़ के आई है पॉइंट टेबल में. लेट्स गिव हिम अ चांस टू परफॉर्म. वेट करते हैं. लेट्स वेट गाइस फॉर हार्दिक पांड्या टू परफॉर्म.
I think so. Oh, that's me. I think she's not willing to go there, but I say so.
तो अभी हार्दिक पांड्या के फैन जितने भी वो कमेंट्स करके बता सकते हैं कि क्या होना चाहिए, शुड ही प्ले और शुड ही नॉट प्ले. जो भी आपके टीम इंडिया के सपोर्टर्स हैं, दे शुड आल्सो कमेंट एंड लेट अस नो. इफ यू वांट टू हैव आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दीज टू गाइस, यू कैन कमेंट, post in comments, like and share our video. Thanks for joining us today. Keep watching cricket.com.